what to do.
All's well that ends not as bad as it could have.
Looking ahead.
So, that's what people mean when they talk about butterflies and...
If you're sure. Fine.
You know, I've been catching myself smiling more lately. I think that's your fault. Very serious of you. But go ahead.
Well met. Well met. That's the...
Let's move.
No one's stopped me yet.
Looking ahead.
Premium trinkets and doodahs!
Chihiro wants to know about supplies. Will we make it home?
Burning through our oil, but it should just about do.
Just about.
Just about. We shouldn't hang around too long, though.
It's good to be alive.
How's the guard?
How fares the search? Maybe. But I'd need infernal iron. And a prayer that my hammer will survive.
We certainly will.
Blood, this is heavy.
All right, what now?
Please, be welcome. Have a drink. To your very good health. Bottoms up. Well over a century old, and yet it hasn't lost a hint of flavor. Still not quite so sure about you, though. People tend to lose more than just flavor when illithids get their hands on them. I speak from experience. There's an air about you. Something alien. Answer me true and do not lie. The parasite is changing you, isn't it? And you're certain you will continue to resist? Look around you. Good men, good women. Stranded here, 2 feet in the grave. If we're to survive, I have no choice but to trust you. Can I? Good. Because I'll cross your heart myself if you break it. I have every reason to be cautious. I've traced people like you. People with parasites in their brains. All the way here from Baldur's Gate. The cult of the Absolute is spreading through the city. Quietly, quickly. and with unsettling deliberation. We tracked them to this ancient village, only to be faced with a man we killed and buried over a century ago. General Ketherick Thorm. Remember that name. He's the leader of the Absolutists. He was a Sharan once. Took to building an army of dark justiciars beneath this very village. Alongside the local druids, we made it our business to see him deposed, dead and buried. But he's returned. Not only does General Ketherick Thorm live again, it seems he is no longer mortal. He has become, in fact, invincible. We met him on the road here, commanding an army of the Absolute, intent on destroying Baldur's Gate. I put an arrow through his eye myself, only to watch him pluck it out like a splinter. He healed right in front of me and chased us into the shadows. Things looked hopeless, but experience has taught me that no matter how bleak things look, there's always hope. You are that hope. The same way he dealt with my arrow in his eye, I suspect. Much as I share your desire for a simple life, we must try another way. Protected by your artifact, you can infiltrate his forces at Moonrise Towers, posing as a true soul. Find out what it is that makes him invincible, so we can strip him of his advantage. Once Ketherick is without his shield, the sword, together we assault his tower and put a final end to this blight. You're the only one who can get inside the towers. You were born for this mission. Or made for it, rather. Besides, you need this. You need to heal yourself of your infection. Any cure starts with understanding the disease. Whatever magic Ketherick's using to control these tadpoles, it must be at Moonrise.
Stop.
You're not our only secret weapon. Isobel, a faithful cleric of Selûne, and a light in the darkness. She cast the moon shield around the inn. It's the only reason we're still alive. She's upstairs in her chambers. Tell her I sent you, and she'll see you through the shadows safely.
It's true then. He's met Daniel. There's no other way he'd know that name. This is just what we needed. Well done. We need to wake him. He must know something about where to find Daniel. See what you can learn from it. It might reveal something about his actions before the curse. Then we may find means to wake him. I don't deserve you, my friend.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Premium trinkets and doodahs.
Heading out without Isabel's blessing? Have you got a death wish? Hate to see the shadows.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Premium trinkets and doodahs. Last Light's best bargains right here. Chai, have a gander at the finest stock.
If you're all right by Jahira, you're all right by me. Take care now.
Blood, this is heavy.
Never a dull moment.
Playtime's over, pet.
Oh, I love this time of year. The dickheads start popping up wherever you look.
What do you want, Mizora?
Drop the attitude and perk up your ears. You've got a new mission. Absolute's cult has gone and grabbed one of Zariel's assets. A devil. And a powerful one at that. They're locked up in the cult's fortress, Moonrise Towers. And you're getting him out. Will, your playmate's wasting precious time. Let's see about getting his priorities fixed. Ahem. Clause Z, Section 13. Should promised soul refuse obeyance or neglect duty, the pact holder shall cast the promised into Avernus as a lemure. I'll make it simple. Will fails or refuses, and he turns to a thick blob of stink flesh and sinks to Avernus. Now, be a good boy and play fetch, pup, or you'll spend an eternity sizzling in the hells.
Mizora's words may be flippant, but they are tinged with desperation. She cannot afford for Will to fail this mission. This may be your best chance to negotiate Will out of his pact.
Oh, and what condition is that?
Your mind links with Will's, drawn in by his increasing panic.
What are you doing?
Will relaxes, and your connection fades.
Interesting. Now, why should I go letting my favorite pet off his leash? Incredible. You actually think you hold the winning hand? Fine. I'll play your game. But I amend the pact once the mission's done, not before. Clause F, Section 9. Soulbinder shall bestow reward or favor only upon soul bearer's fulfillment of related obligation. Now, to Moonrise, pet. And do mind the shadows. They've been especially hungry.
God damn it! Why did... We're supposed to risk our necks to get one of her assets? I want to believe that as much as you do. Almost as much as Will does. But I just know there will be more to the story. There always is.
It's a bad idea to play games with the devil. You'd never win. Not ever.
You know, you might be a little naive in the ways of the world, but I see promise in you. Just that you have a big heart. You like doing what's right. So I was thinking, what would be the right thing to do when we get to Moonrise Towers? When we come face to face with whoever is controlling the parasites in our heads? Gods! Try to think outside the box just a little. Consider the parasites in our skulls, and think how many others have the mind flayers infected. Hundreds. Thousands. And they're not just goblin trash. There are powerful people in the worm's thrall. Whoever's waiting for us at Moonrise Towers controls it all. But if we can take that control from them, imagine the power we'd wield. That's just the thing. If we control the parasites, then we can order them not to change us. All the power, with none of the tentacles. I'm just saying, there's an opportunity here. If we can control the tadpoles, we can keep ourselves safe and liberate the world from this evil. Do. It's not often the universe hands you something like this. We'd be fools to squander it. Of course, this all assumes we live long enough to find this, moonrise. But I'm feeling optimistic.
The more bullshit she pours, the more of it I'm forced to swallow. Mizora set me on fiends inside and outside the Hells. She's never ordered a rescue.
Gods. She makes a mockery of everything the Blade stands for. Such an asshole.
Not just rot. I'd have to fight. One of those mindless blobs clawing at demons on the front lines of the Blood War. Yes, unless Mizora actually fulfills her promise and sets me free. I always knew what my future held, and I know I chose right. Thank you for sticking your neck out for me. I mean it. But I'm not going to celebrate till I'm actually free. I can feel Mizora scheming, plotting. She won't let me go without making a fuss. Trust me on that. Are you sure? The blade stands at the ready. An excellent choice, if I say so myself.
This vessel is at thy disposal. Do what thou wilt. Thou art the master, so it shall be. This vessel is at thy disposal. Do what thou wilt. This soul remembers its invective, but remembers not its tongue.
Though spoken with a different voice, you recognize the eloquent drawl of Withers, the wraith that summoned the hireling.
They are but echoes. They recall not a manner of speech. Thus, I lent them my rhetoric. To speak thusly takes little of my effort. Besides, what better use is there of time than discourse? Because you needed to speak to it. Because it feels correct. Fitting. These souls clawed their way back from the fugue plane for vengeance. The art of violence is one memory not lost to them, I assure you. Now, let us return to the fray. This vessel is at thy disposal. Do what...
Well, my day just improved. Did you want something? Difficult to say. A fellow servant of the Night Singer would surely be an ally to me under most circumstances. But something doesn't add up. I'll need to see where his allegiances truly lie. All right, some company wouldn't hurt on the road, especially if there's trouble.
I didn't realize I had an audience. The true soul who's going to save us all. I'm Isabel. Pleased to meet you. Myself and Our Lady are doing what we can to hold the line. I hear you and your tadpole will be our offense. Free from the Absolute's influence, yet able to walk among cultists. It's almost too good to be true. But I'd be a poor cleric indeed not to avail of a blessing when I see one. Let me guess. Jaheira sent you to beg a protection spell off her favorite cleric. Perfect. It'll make you immune to the lesser effects of the Shadow Curse, which will get you closer to the towers. But there are places it won't help. Places where the curse is darker, stronger. The cultists are able to traverse even the deepest shadows, though. I don't know how. The Harpers are trying to figure it out. Ketheric is a frightening man. But you have something he doesn't. Allies worth having. While you're busy in the towers, I'll be sure to... Wait. Do you hear that? Something's wrong.
Hello, Isabel.
Marcus, is that you? What's happened to you?
I've been blessed. You can be too. Come with me, and you can hear all about it from Ketheric himself. True soul, my instructions are clear. Take the girl to Ketheric, alive. Pathetic. The Absolute sees all, you fool.
The Absolute? Of course. You can't believe them, Marcus. Ketheric will never give you whatever it is you've been promised.
He already has. Time to go, Isabel.
Watch this.
Show me.
Never a dull moment.
Now. General Ketherick will at any cost.
Gaslight's best bargains, right here!
What am I to do?
Don't be shy. Have a gander at the finest stock. Premium trinkets and doodahs.
I didn't realize I had... And a Sharon one, at that. Not as ancient as you think. Frankly, I'm surprised you're willing to help us. Your kind aren't known for their decency, particularly when a Sharon curse is our greatest obstacle. But if you are who I think you are, I'd be a fool to reject your help. The true soul with, well, a soul. Imagine. I suppose that would be wise. We have a common enemy, after all. Ketheric Thorm. You'll be needing the protection spell, I presume. For now, perhaps. But Shah can be fickle, and her love can prove fleeting. Do not turn your back on an advantage you may need, even a Selûnite one. If nothing else, it can aid any companions who travel with you. Somehow I doubt Shah's largesse was extended to them.
She offers you nothing.
Well, if the Moon Maiden didn't strike me dead for blessing you, she must rather approve of this little alliance. This will block the lesser effects of the Shadow Curse, allowing you to traverse the darkness outside. Should Shah's own protection falter, that is. But there are places it won't help. Places where the curse is darker, stronger. The cultists are able to traverse even the deepest. Curious. Surely the Night Singer could have shielded all her followers and made this place... Mustn't question the Great Shadow Mother, must we? I'll stop needling you, though. You have more important things to do, after all. Good luck. While you're busy in the towers, I'll be sure to... Wait.
Hello, Isabel.
Marcus, is that you? What's happened to you?
I've been blessed. You can be too. Come with me, and you can hear all about it from Ketheric himself. True soul, my instructions are clear. Take the girl to Ketheric. Alive. Pathetic. The Absolute sees all. You fool.
The Absolute. Of course. You can't believe them, Marcus. Ketheric will never give you whatever it is you've been promised.
He already has. Time to go, Isabel.
Moon Maiden,
Now this is my happy place.
General Ketherick wants her alive, at any cost.
Time to press ahead.
Take two.
Fleet of follows me everywhere.
Let's cook with fire, baby. Incoming.
making my move.
Fuck yes. Under their noses.
should take a look.
Isabel, are you all right?
I'm fine.
Marcus has been with us since the start. They've been tracking us this whole time. And that was no random attack. You were the target, Isabel. They know how important you are. But they don't know about you. Ketheric will strike again. We need you to strike first. Discover the source of his invulnerability. Make him mortal so we can make him bleed. Good luck.
We're in more danger than I knew. If something happens to me, everyone in this inn is dead. Like that. Why does a man like him do anything? Power, spite, some kind of twisted personal morality. I can understand why he'd want me dead. Without me keeping the curse at bay, everyone in this inn, everyone intent on killing him, is dead too. As for why he'd want to take me alive, I don't know. And I don't want to find out. Now that we have you, I hope I won't have to. No mercy. For Ketheric will have none on you. End this.
A bust of Ketheric Thorm as he once was, a devotee of Selûne.
On with you. Unless you want to come back to a gaggle of shadow-cursed harpers. Go on, then. I could say the same. But perhaps we should save the trivia till we're on the other side of this thing. Promise not to die, and we'll celebrate with our life stories. Right place, right time. When a cleric of Selûne stumbles into a Sharan shadow, she's bound to set it to rights. At any cost. It belongs to the goddess Shar. According to the Harpers, it fell here when they defeated Ketheric. The one who tried to have me kidnapped. I suppose they didn't defeat him quite hard enough. Moon and shadow, light and dark, divine sisters ever at war. And this place has become one more battlefield. Sometimes life forces us to choose sides. Luckily, sometimes the choice is obvious.
We'll keep an eye on Isabel. If they send anyone else to snatch her, we'll be there to stop them.
That's why we should leave now.
First cultists nearly murder us, and now we have a traitor on the inside. Can't we trust anyone? Stars. You hadn't heard. We were ambushed out in the darkness by cultists. We surrendered. But that wasn't enough for them. They lined us up like dogs. Asherak was with the kids, telling them it was going to be all right. Maybe that's why they picked him. Told him to kneel. They took his eyes first. Then his tongue. Roland, of all people, saved us. He said he stayed in the grove because of you. And I'm damn glad of it. Without him, well, none of us would be here. Can you blame him? His brother and sister are gone. He's dealing with it as best he can. We all are. How do you do it? How do you keep going? You're made of sterner stuff than me, then. You've done so much for us already. But I have to ask. The others might still be out there. If they're not dead, they're in Moonrise. And gods have mercy on anyone in that hell's pit. Maybe. Sorry, I shouldn't have said anything. You've enough on your plate. Just be careful out there, all right? I can't handle anyone else dying.
Mole would do the same for any... But how do we get into Moonrise? We can't fight those shadow things.
We could. I beat up those harpies, and they're way scarier than shadows.
You know what Mole would hate more than anything? Bad things happening to us. You've seen what's out there. We wouldn't stand a chance.
But it's our job to bring Mole back.
Look at him. He's a proper adventurer. And if we got hurt, Mole would be really mad at us.
Fine. But you gotta understand, Mole is family. Bring her back, please.
It's good to see you again. I'd ask if you've made any progress with your little problem. But the telltale twitching of your eye is answer enough. You wound me. I've only tried to be a friend to you, just as to the poor souls here where hope hangs by a single thread. I can mend it, or cut it, depending on what they ask for. They're not the only ones ripe for temptation, you know. My last contract here fed me for decades. Please, I would never leave such a mess behind. Far too much attention for so little gain. I never surrender knowledge for free, but one good turn deserves another, does it not? To repay you for the souls sent my way, I offer a taste of the truth. Ketheric Thorm, proud father, man of faith, utter fool. On the night the Harpers sealed him away, someone murdered his entire army in cold blood. Now who would possibly benefit from such a massacre? If you want to know more, I could work the exchange of such precious knowledge into the terms of your future deal. But the time for quibbling over clauses and contracts hasn't quite arrived. You'll be limping back to me soon enough. For now, I'm afraid you've already made me late for a meeting with another client. I'll see you soon.
traitors among us. A child taken. And still I can only feel relief. If they had taken Isabel too, I thought I was prepared for treachery. But an all-out assault. I blundered into their trap like a fool. You have the honor of making up for my mistake. I trust that you will. A search burdened by unnatural darkness. But don't let that discourage you.
He keeps saying Daniel's name. He must know more. We need to rouse him. I don't deserve you.
Sold a pair of boots to that traitor. Can't believe it. Take care now.
Pretty, but it can take a beating. It'll need to.
A welcome rest.
You mean to reach Moonrise? And I've orders to help you. The path to the towers is drenched in blackness so deep even a torch cannot quell it. Yet the cultists have found a way to move freely. Whatever this method, you must claim it. A cultist convoy crosses the land as we speak. I've readied an ambush. Say the word, and we fly. Splendid. I'll mark your map should you lose the way. Harper's with me. Stray no more than an arm's length from your course.
Keep steady. We're closing in.
Poor wretches. Sorry end.
Perfect spot for an ambush. Get into position. Every day, my queen. Your followers are legion.
Go. We'll wait for your signal.
Your faithful stand ready, Majesty. Soon we'll march. Soon the world will bow to you.
Here, we're boss. Something moved up there. Want me to drag it out?
They stay in the light. They do not go into the dark.
Didn't figure something as big and ugly as you for a coward.
No! They will not go into the dark! Enough! Stop! They will not become shadows! They will not feed the curse! Forgive me, my queen, but I had to. Before the dark got any stronger. Heretics in the dark! Kill them! Destroy the blasphemers! Drive them into the dark! Do not our light! Master recruited! I fear neither shadow nor death.
Two steps at a time.
No good.
Guard against the darkness.
You will die here. The Absolute wills it so.
This is gonna feel good. Well, well. Look what we have here.
Where do I go from here? Another step forward. So much for peace. On my way.
Moist.
take you.
Put him up.
Still on my feet.
Need some oil over here.
Another fight. Let's go.
forever, pal.
Blood comes easy these days.
I just need that lantern.
Grab the lantern!
The lantern gives off a chilly glow, protecting all in its vicinity from the surrounding shadows.
Incredible magic. I can feel the light lifting the shadows, even those within me. Be safe and be brave. We expect no less.
You notice a tiny pixie trapped within. These fey creatures are infamous for their trickery. Sometimes playful, sometimes malicious.
Oh, please! Oh, golly me, oh my! You must release me or I'll die. This lantern only lights the way when I am hurting night and day. My pixie dust is bright as day. My injuries can light the way.
Poor thing. A life of torture. We should let her go. Shouldn't we?
My name is Dolly Thrice. Now won't you free me from this vice? It would be my pleasure, truly. Once I'm freed, I'll help you duly.
Finally! Been trapped in that coffin with no one but a Mad Rider and my own farts for company.
Did me a good turn there, didn't you? What do I owe you? Sure I can, but will I? Yeah, sure, why not? Here, give this bell a shake. Speak the magic words and you'll get what you've earned. Protection from the shadow curse. What more could a dingus want? You're welcome.
Curious little thing.
Little wings, big mean mouth.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Awake and alert.
I'd love to, thanks.
give up now.
Don't burn yourself.
Defender of the people.
Well, well, well.
Never a dull moment.
Let's march!
The pride of the gate. Let's get going.
Soldier.
Still breathing, despite everything.